Hey, what's going on, y'all, today? My name is Tom Mizzle. You're watching my channel, Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 16. I don't think it's going to be a long review, so let's just jump right into it. It started off when it ended last week when Giselle made this famous little comment that she said, you took your shot, but you missed. But if I take a shot, I'm like a ninja waiting to blow your head off. And Monique was unfazed by it. She was like, oh, really? And they were going back and forth, back and forth. What I got for the whole conversation with this is that Giselle feels the type of way that that Monique brought Kendall around to her event. Monique was explaining to herself that she didn't bring her around because she knew you're not going to be there. So it decided that why not have her in the event. And we was talking, we was cool, and I decided to come to my charity event. And Karen brought Kendall to her event. And Giselle felt the type of way, well, she should have been born around because I don't like the idea because I had a problem with her and y'all trying to make it a joke and trying to throw it in my face about it. Monique said that wasn't it. And she said her Sharice wanted to bring her around. Then she went on with it a little bit. Then she realized she backed down when she felt like it was being too much. And Giselle felt like you did that because you knew you was going to get caught or whatever. And you didn't want to make yourself look bad. So you decided to say, no, I didn't do it because of being messy. Whatever it is, Kendall was around. Giselle was bothered. And Giselle said, you know what, we not going to be the bestest of friends. We could be cordial. We could say hi. We could be in the same room. I said it is what it is. Monique's not backing down for Giselle. Giselle noticed that Monique holds her own, so it was like, you know what, we can't be the best of friends because she's not gonna fold under me, or she's not gonna falter around me. So we're not gonna be cool. We're just gonna be cordial, stick in the same room. We could be good and everything. And Monique said fine. And Giselle asked her what we're gonna do next, and Monique said we're gonna go to the winery. To drink some wine. I said, oh, that's nice, and she said that's the only thing, it's a girl's thing. And Giselle said something, oh, well, we could do that next time. Let us know that it's not an option. Tell me that it's not an option and we all go to go. And Monique, and I said the same thing before Monique said it. Shut up, Giselle. I said, shut up, Giselle. Monique said, shut up, Giselle. See, Monique, we all here. We're not actually here together, but we're all here. Because I said the same thing. I said, shut up. Because the first time she told y'all exactly what we're going to do the next day, and we're going to go all as a group. You decided that you wanted to branch off of Robin because you didn't want to do both the things. So you wanted to do your own thing and try to lie and say that the girls left them. No. They wanted to wait for Robin so y'all all go together. So exactly, she played a trip that y'all all could go together, which was the winery. So that's how y'all gonna go. Chris called her, said she wants her home, she misses her, and they had a big argument before she went to the trip. So he want her home to talk it out and miss you thing. He told her that somebody else is putting oils on the kids and he wasn't doing it. So it was like, damn, Chris, what the hell do you do? So they had a 2-hour ride to the winery, and it was nice. It was no argument, it was no fighting, no bickering in the car. Going towards the winery, going back for the winery, that's a different story. But going towards the winery, they had a good time. They went to the place. It was amazing. They met this guy. They sampled some drinks. They also sampled a drink in the barrel. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's like the fresh in the barrel, like no processing, like the natural kind of flavor. When it sucks in there, it sits there, it soaks in, it gets you the taste. And I want to go to France to try it one day. It's just so nice. But they went there, and then he took him outside. So they had a drink outside before they went inside to try the second drink. And the second drink, I think it was red wine. The first time they had white wine, and then this time I think they had red wine. And then they went outside, continued their drink with some fruits, not some fruits, some table food that go with wine, like cheese, crackers, a little bit of meats. I said, oh, that's nice. I said, that's a little thing of food that you can eat and you can put in your stomach while you're drinking this wine. And then Karen was all like, oh, I'm serving my man, I do this and that. And Giselle and Ashley's in there like Oh my God. And she said, oh, how he gonna know nothing? Because you don't got your ring, Karen. And she said she don't have a ring. And she said she takes her rings on when she travels or something like that. And Ashley's made a sly comment, oh, I don't take my ring off when I went to Somalia. I said, that's you, Ashley. I was like, some people, I know some married couples, when they go out traveling, especially they go by themselves and they girls or a boys trip, they usually take their ring off. Not saying they want to go out and try to, let me put it this way. There are some people who go into travel trips, they don't have their ring on because they want to flirt and they want to do everything on themselves. That's different people. I'm talking about people who are faithful enough to know that having an expensive ring somewhere, going somewhere out in the country, having an expensive ring and to be attracted, you may get robbed or mugged. So you might not want to have some lavish ring on your finger or something, or jewelry or something that attracts you towards people who want to steal stuff from you or think he has a lot of money. So you put your ring up. I mean, I know females have the nice blingy ring and stuff like that. It can easily get lost. So sometimes people take their ring off. It's not a big deal. As long as that you know you're not going to a trip and trying to get somebody. It may come off when people think you're single, but just tell them you're married. No, I don't have my ring because whatever. I don't want to wear it on the trip. And if you go through a lot of extraneous activities, of course the last thing you want is your ring to get fallen off and taken off. So I've just said that it's not a big deal Cameron doesn't have her ring in this trip. She takes it off. Of course she knows she's married. Of course she's not going to do anything else. What the hell who Cameron going to do? Cameron for Ray. It's like, it is what it is. Leave it alone, Ashley. It's like, come on. I said, y'all all going back and forth with this thing. Cameron said it's her preference why she don't have her ring on. She takes it off because it's her. She prefers to take her rings on when she go on a trip because she don't want to lose it. That's understandable. That's really understandable. Now Giselle said that she cool with Monique right now. She followed Monique. Her and Monique hashed things out, saying that they could be cordial. We don't have to be cool, good friends and everything, but we could cordial. But she said she needs to step to talk to Sharice about her part of it because she thought she was good with Sharice. Now, it was two little separate meetings, right? We had Monique and Sharice in one thing because they want to discuss their little thing, and then we had Candace, Robin, Karen, and Ashley there, and Giselle came later on to the group that side. Now, Monique and Sharice was talking, and Sharice said, "Girl, you threw me under the bus. Like, what's going on?" Basically, they had a misunderstanding. I mean, Monique said it was 50-50, both would be messy, that we went Kendall around. Sharice said, no, it's not. It's like, I did have no part in you bringing Kendall to the event, which I think is true because when Sharice got to the event and she saw Kendall there, she was kind of taken back. She said, ooh, why she's here? So she was involved in having Monique put her in an event to her charity event, and she wasn't involved with Cameron fighting Kendall either. She was against it. But she did initially brought Kendall around because she said she wanted to get back for, I think Giselle made that comment that she said she wanted to get back at me for the fireman comment I made towards her. I guess Sharice wanted to say that in the beginning. She said, yes, she's not responsible for winning Kendall around in the group. But she said Monique had to take her responsibility of why she invited Kendall to her part. And I guess they apologized at the end and say, you know what, it was a misunderstanding. Let's apologize. I'm good with you. Let's keep it like that. Then we got this little scene, right, with Candace. We're talking to Karen. So Candace wanted to take Karen's advice and find the right moment to express her concerns, her issues with the group, with the girls. All right. So she said this is what, she asked Cameron for help, a backup. I guess Cameron was her backup for a little bit. I told Cameron, say, you know what, you're a grown woman, I'm going to hold you a little bit, and I'm going to move on and do my little thing. But Candace wanted to speak to Robin and Ashley. I think they heard them and they saw her, but when she tried to get serious, I guess they would take her serious, and they said, hold on, the light is better. They were taking pictures to a while, taking pictures. And then they said, Karen was like, you know, I would be mad right there. Because they kind of dismissed her a little bit. They said, oh, she got nothing to say, so let me take my picture. I mean, accident environment. Understand both sides. Understand if you want to take your picture, it was gonna take a second. Whatever you gotta say, you can say. But at the same time, if something is bothering her and she wants your attention right then and there, maybe give her a few minutes of your attention and then take your picture afterwards, instead of making it seem like y'all being rude. But that was that. So Candace said her little piece, and Giselle just walked her ass all over there to the thing. I said, "What the fuck you came for, bitch?" Like she just came out of nowhere, and she came and she said, "Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?" Nosy ass. And Candace explained that she said she attempted to make friends. She attempted to make friends with them, and they had been judging her. And they was like, "Who are judging you?" I'm like, "Nobody judge you." She said, "Y'all judging me for what I'm saying, so like that. That's not holding me. I want to show y'all who I am, but y'all only see one side of me, and y'all want to judge me based on that." And she said she has problems going on with her planning this wedding. She got problem with her mother trying to control things. She's trying to have her own independence. She had to deal with Chris and his kids. And she said it's a lot going on her plate. So she wanted support from the girls, advice for them, but they haven't been taking her seriously because they only be judging from one thing. So based on that judgment, they treating her a certain way. And she said that y'all gave me this little title as a princess. And this time Cameron walked away, and Cameron said, "No, not title. Say nickname, not title. I don't go about my business." And she could continue to take her little selfie where she was going. But whatever Cameron was going, she was taking her little selfie with her selfie stick. But Candace said, "Yeah," but she said, "No, you call yourself princess." I said, "That's right, Candace. Nobody said anything about the princess comment until you brought that thing up. That you had a problem with your husband with that princess comment, and then everybody started thinking like, oh, she is titled. She act like a little diva. She act like a little spoiled princess." So that's what it was. Basically, that I don't think that thing went anywhere because I think Giselle made something, and Candace said, "You know what? I can't listen to Giselle because you always act like you got something stick up your ass, and you always coming after me." And Giselle said, "You know what? When I first met you, I told the girl I thought you were very nice." And she said, "You did?" And they said, "Yeah, she did." And they played the playback of what she said, but it didn't really go anywhere. She just said it was unresolved. They was like, "Girl, we not judging you. Where this coming from? And this is craziness." And it was unresolved. So they went in the back of the car. Now, this what happened, and this was the bulk of the majority of the drama that happened, because at the end of the scene it came together. They made up, and some apologized of different situations. It was nice, but the car scene, going back to whatever it was going from the winery, and Ashley and Karen got at it. Now Ashley said some people need to be stopped being fake, and they were throwing shade at each other. They were throwing real shade. I forgot exactly what was said, but they were throwing really shade. And to the point they were throwing blows, they were throwing digs at each other. Like Cameron said, "Ashley, my marriage is an institutional marriage. Your marriage is a fake the world kind of marriage. And you are very unhappy, so you lashing out at other people's misery, and because you're unhappy in your relationship." And what I think it is true, because Ashley, you always butting into somebody's conversation. You always butting into somebody's drama. You always bringing some stuff out, some messy, "Oh, I heard this, and this happened to me, and I was told this, and that. And it was coming to me that he wanted to leave you because you didn't want to go to Florida with him." And I was like, you doing way too much. It's exactly what Robin said. Stop Googling me. Stop trying to figure out things. Stop going around saying you heard of this and that, and instead of coming to the source and talk to me about it. Instead, you say you heard and you throwing it out as a fact, and it's not a fact, because where you getting your info from? You assuming that's a fact, but it's not actually as a fact. So Kevin said Ashley is obsessed with her, and I don't know, maybe not. Ashley is a messy. She's not obsessed with anybody. She has her own little lane. Yeah, she's getting cool with Giselle Robin, and she flip flops sometimes. But when Ashley got some information, she gonna bring it out, no matter who it is, and that's who she is. So Kevin, Ashley, you need to humble yourself. Kevin, we know Kevin lies. We know she cover up stuff. She don't not upfront with a lot of information. So it is frustrating for people, girls, to get no Karen. But at the end of the day, if that's how Karen is, leave Karen alone. Like, that's exactly, leave her marriage. She has a long lasting marriage. Actually, you try to get there to where Karen is at, if y'all get to that point. But leave that alone. So all of a sudden, Candace was about it. She wanted to butt in, and she started going at it, Ashley, and put her 2 cents in, and saying that, girl, you bring things to the group and you don't open up and own up to everything. If you go bring some information, tell that whole thing. Don't be half-assing the information and stuff. And say your part in it, girl. Don't like, don't be doing half of the truth. And they was going back and forth. I said, oh, okay then. At Giselle, Robin, they was making faces, and Monique and Sharice, they was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Candace called Chris and talk about it. She said she frustrated. She said she wished she could go home now, but she said it was lucky because if it wasn't the last day of the trip, I would have packed my bags and went home already. He said, what's the hell going on? She said, I had a disagreement with these girls and they don't understand me and they judging me and stuff like that. And Chris basically said that whoever's cool with you, stick with them, and whoever's not, F them, basically. So she said Giselle, Karen and Sharice been there for her and giving her advice and on her side. But the other girls like Ashley, Giselle, Robin, they have not been. And Monique a little bit too. And he said, forget about them. Just stick with the ones who has your back and forget the other ones and live your life and do you. And that's what she said. And don't worry about the others, what they think. Because they have their own lives. They not all that perfect. So just do you. I like Chris. Chris is straight up. He just tell Candace straight up, no sugarcoating, no filter. He just tell her straight up how he thinks, how he feels. And Candace listens sometimes, I guess. They meet up for the boat ride, and it was a nice little boat ride. I would say that was good. They got dressed up in bikinis and bathing suits, and Candace and Ashley had a talk, and I guess they kind of understanding. Cause Ashley's like, she like kind of stunned why Candace buttoned in a conversation between her and Karen, and she was like, I don't know why it's a problem for what I'm saying, because all y'all girls does the same thing. Y'all like to butt in, but when I'm doing it, it's a problem. Which is kind of true, because all the girls do have an opinion about something, and it does involve them, so they assert themselves in there. So I guess that's what Candace was doing at that time. And I guess they made up. They had to come together and say, you know what, it is what it is. Be cool. And this was Giselle asked her about the ring again, and I said, what is up with this ring question? Why y'all so worried about her ring? Leave her ring alone. And Karen said she told a story that she got mugged once, and I think she got mugged for her necklace, and they think it was going her ring next. But she said while they was stealing, she took her ring on and slipped on her hoo-ha, which is her breast. That's what she said. And they said, your hoo-ha? I said, that's your vagina down there. She said, I call my breast my hoo-ha. So she said she slipped it on her breast so she won't take her ring. So since her mugging, she don't want to wear her rings when she go out to outside unemployed places. Which I understand that, because based on she being mugged, you don't want to wear no expensive things out there. Like I said, if you marry, you don't want to wear your expensive jewelry, your expensive wedding ring out there. And not saying you're trying to go out and cheat, but I think at the same time you don't want to lose it. Like I said. And then you got to come back and tell your husband or your wife that you lost your ring, and that's a lot of money expense, and it's like you don't want to go through that again. So the last little thing they had a little burlesque dinner. I think they surprised Monique with this thing. It was very nice. They had it coming together. Giselle confronted Sharice about a thing, and Sharice said, I had not had any part in Karen and Monique bringing Kendall at their events, but maybe, she said, we're only friends at convenience. and maybe she did bring her around or mention to start bringing her around because of that she's not over with that fireman comment. I said they went back and forth, and they hashed their differences. They said, you know what, we cool. And they all was nice. They had dancing, and the theme was nice. And Robin and Ashley decided to make very little number, and they made a little scene mocking the situation with Monique with the umbrella. And Monique was laughing, and they all laughed. And he said, "You know what? Let's apologize. I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong for coming at you the way I did, Monique." Monique said, "You know what? Maybe I was wrong for doing that as well. I shouldn't take it there. I should have did it. I should have handled the situation better." And that's what it's like. And and Candace also said that she want the girls to not to judge her and get to know her more. And then I guess the girls say, you know what, they're gonna try and give her a chance. And that was nice. They had a good time. Took a little picture at the end. They enjoyed it. It was their last night in France. Now it's time to go back home. They enjoyed it. They hashed out their beefs. They was at the France. Hopefully they keep it up. But you know how Potomac is. They may say one thing, but that's exactly the same thing. They do it again. They rehearse the same situation again. They bring up the same issues unless other new issues comes around. And hopefully we find out more. It was a good episode. It was a nice little episode scene. I'm glad they ended with a nice little get together, come moment, fun moment, and not be petty. And going back on the trip with their last trip of memory as all the girls coming together and have a good time. And I enjoyed it. Hope that I see you next week. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.